Welcome to the Mo Brooks Podcast. This podcast is all about self-leadership, change, and personal growth. Our purpose is to help you reach your goals in 4 major areas of your life: your spiritual goals, family goals, physical goals, and financial goals. And now, your host, Mo Brooks.
I am so excited to be back with you all for another episode. We are approaching episode number 50, and that is so exciting. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing with your loved ones and friends as we are in this holiday season and we're doing some year-end stuff. All right, we are doing some year-end stuff, and today we have a very important one. We're talking about family year-end. Okay, family year-end. I got 7 questions for you. Okay, 7 questions for you that I really want you to ponder. I really want you to look into the mirror and just be real with yourself as it relates to these 7 questions about family, right? So as we go into 2022, we can really create stronger families, be better family members, okay, and just continue to love on our family. Life is all about growth, so this podcast is to help you grow, especially with your family. It's so important. So here we go. Here's question number 1. How much time do you spend with your family? Okay. How much time do you spend with your family? There's a argument out there. I've heard it a couple times come up in teachings and stuff. I'm saying? I'm not saying anything is wrong with the argument or the thought process or the philosophy behind this, but that when it comes to family times, that quality time is more important than the quantity amount of time, right? That quality time is more important than the quantity, right? It's about the quality of time you spend with your family. And I hear that argument and I think that's fantastic, but from a different vantage point and a viewpoint, I just believe that the quantity amount of time is just as important than the quality amount of time. Okay, that the quantity, how much time, actual time you spend with your family is important. Why? Because the quantity amount of time you spend with your family actually produces and creates an environment for the quality amount of time you have with each other. Okay, there's some things that happens only when you spend large amounts of time with your family. All right, this is huge because in our society, we're so busy with work, with volunteering, with things outside of our family time that kind of pulls us from our attention, and our kids get involved in daycare and, sports and different extracurricular activities, that we see the diminishing of the quantity amount of time that families are spending together. This is huge because the quality amount of time, sometimes that quality, okay, comes or is produced from the quantity amount of time that you spend with your family. Okay. And one thing that I'm trying to do, I don't want to use me spending quality time with my family to be an excuse or a way not to spend a lot of time with my family. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the half hour I have with my kids is the best half hour, of the entire day. That is great and all. But what happens is now you're giving your time to everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, other people who not, they ain't your family. You know what I'm saying? Other people you're not responsible for. You know what I'm saying? And you're saying, hey, those 30 minutes was a great 30 minutes today. I'm glad I spent those 30 minutes. Well, is that really quality? And I think that's my question. And we all have to wrestle with this, especially in our Western society, living in America, like, which is more important? How much time are we spending with our family? And what do I have to adjust, right, to spend the amount of time that God has called me to spend with my family? You know what I'm saying? Like what are some things that I need to change and I need to adjust and I need to do? So that's a question for you to answer. How much time am I spending with my family? How much time am I spending with my kids, with my spouse, with my extended family, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles? Of course, it's probably going to look different than your spouse and your kids than with your cousins, aunts, and uncles. But hey, family is family. So how much time are we spending with our family? And that's just something for us to ponder as we close the year of 2021. Question number 2. Okay. Does your actions align with your family values? Do your actions align with your family values? This is huge. Okay. And let's stick with the time theme, because I can say, okay, my family value, one of my values, right, is for us to spend time together. What does my actions align that? In my book 180, I talk about our values and our actions actually aligning with our values. And a lot of times we can have values, okay, but our actions and what we do does not align with those values, period. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? I can have I want to invest time with my daughter. And then when I'm with my daughter, I'm scrolling on social media while I'm with my daughter. Guess what? My actions are going against my values. So that is just something that we have to look at. You know what I'm saying? Does my values and my actions, do they align? Or do I need to adjust my actions to actually reach what I value as it relates to my family? Question number 3. Do I need to say I'm sorry to any of my family members? Yeah, as we close 2021, who do I need to apologize for? And specifically, is it your spouse? You know what I'm saying? My wife, like, hey, baby, I'm sorry. This year, I've been tripping. You know what I'm saying? These last couple months, I've been on one. I haven't been patient. I haven't been kind. I've been rude. I've been snappy. I'm sorry. I haven't been spending enough time with you. I've been, giving myself to the entire world, but not giving myself to the one, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to be one with. I'm sorry. Your kids, you need to apologize to your kids, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents. Like, who do I need to say I'm sorry to? I don't know the answer to that. I can answer that for myself, but you can answer that for you, and go ahead and, hey, just say I'm sorry. All right. Question number 4. Who do I need to call or text to check on in my family? Who do I need to reach out to in my family? Maybe you haven't talked to them in a while. I have one person in mind. I'm going to reach out to him tomorrow. Like you haven't heard from him in a while. You haven't talked with him, and you just need to call and text and just say, hey, how you doing, cuz? Like, what's going on? Like, how are you? All right. Like, who is that family member? Call and text and check on them. You know what I'm saying? Especially as we close the year. Question number 6. All right. Question number 6. What are some things I can do? This is question number 5, my bad. What are some things I can do to improve as a husband, father, son, brother, spouse, daughter, etc.? Like, what are some things I need to do to improve as a family member? I think at times, I remember, I ain't gonna never forget, went to go visit one of my cousins, and he was like, yo, cuz, like, you don't call or visit. I said, you don't call or visit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the phone worked 2 ways. You got my number. And like, I can't stand when people do that. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, okay, like, we all have to look at what can we do to improve as a family member or to create a stronger family. Like, there's something specifically I can do to enhance my family. What is it? All right. And again, these are questions that I can't answer for you in your specific situation. These are questions you have to ask yourself. You have to like get some quiet time. You have to think, you have to pray, you have to meditate. Maybe you need to read the word. Maybe you need to just call some family members. Maybe you need to ask around. Maybe you need to Google it. I don't know. All right. But ask these questions, to strengthen and enhance your family. All right. Here we go. Question number 6. Am I praying for my family? Yeah. Am I praying for my family? This is a good one. This is juicy. All right. Now listen, like you guys, I'm kind of, I'm just going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Are you praying for your family? Like, what does that look like for you? For people, it looks different ways. But if you're not careful, let me say it like this. If I'm not careful, I can mess around and go a minute without praying for my family. It's just the truth. It's the truth. All right. Like yes, like I love my family. I'm with my family. I pray with my family. But if I'm not intentional, if I'm not careful, you know what I'm saying? I can be so busy doing all this stuff. I'm like, yo, God, man, protect the family. Hey, yo, God, let me pause. Thank you for my family. God, thank you for the health of my family. God, thank you for the provision of my family. God, thank you for the growth of my family. Lord, please, Lord God, protect not only my daughter, Lord God, but protect my future kids. God, not only my future kids, Lord, protect my future grandkids. Lord, just thank you. Like praying for the family. Like, are you praying for your family? I got some second cousins out there. I don't even know them like that, but God, I want to cover them in prayer. Are you praying for your family? Man, oh man. And be real, man. And that's what I love about prayer. And that's what I love about asking these questions. We have to be honest and be like, you know what? I don't pray for my family. I don't pray for my family as often as I should. If that is you, guess what? That is okay. It's perfect. It's great. At least you have enough awareness. At least you have enough courage to say, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a husband, as a father, as a spouse, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter, as a son. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm aware of that. And now because I'm aware of that, I'm going to do better and I'm going to move in a different direction. That's okay. But if we lie to ourselves because we want to look good or appear good, I can imagine being a preacher, how that might sound like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be slipping on the prayers with my family. I can imagine how that appears. But if I allow appearance to get away with me being authentic to myself and to God, now I'm going to be getting some results in my life that's not so favorable because I allowed appearance to get in the way of me doing the change I need to do. So if you listen to this, be real. If you ain't praying for your family like you should, hey, turn that thing around. All right. Here's the last question. When is the last time I told my family I love you? When is the last time you told your family members you love them? Listen, life is too unpredictable. Life is too short. If you live 100 years, life is short. That you live 200, do the 110, 90, 80. Life is short. It goes by fast. I don't know how I got to 32. This is crazy. Okay. It's just going by so fast. So when is the last time you told your family you love them? Tell your family, call them, let them hear your voice, have a conversation with them. At the end of the conversation, say, I love you. Some families are great at that, and like that's what they do. Our family, we always tell each other we love them. I'm talking about my family in my house, my core family. You know what I'm saying? My extended family. Like we say I love you in a heartbeat. I think because we experience a lot of death, you know what I'm saying, in our family. So we like have that reality like, hey, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But and some other families are just not raised like that or cultivated like that, where you use that I love you word. You know, I just want to encourage you, man. Share with your family that you love them. All right. Listen, let's go into 2022 stronger, wiser, better. Let's go into 2022 focused on reaching all of our goals, doing what God has called us to do. Stepping out of our comfort zone, taking some risk, shaking it up. Don't live a boring, mundane life. Go after something big, climb a big mountain, figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Go in the deep, You know what I'm saying? Launch out into the deep, try something new, be adventurous, man. Think about this, and I'm closing, but we got one life to live. We only got one shot at this thing. Do not live your life comfortable. Be uncomfortable. Make other people uncomfortable in a godly way, of course. Make them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Stay on the cutting edge. God got something great for you to accomplish. If, you stretch, you believe, you have hope that something is greater on the other side. All right. I love you. Okay, get your families right, man. Let's take care of these kids. Let's take care of our wives. You know what I'm saying? Wives, take care of your husbands. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your parents and your grandparents. All right, take care of your cousins. Check up on people, man. Our families need you. All right, even if it's a simple text. Even if you don't got, your family is huge and you don't got time, pick a family member every 2 days, every 3 days, every week. I'm going to hit up at least one family member to check on them, man. Check on your family. All right. Love you. Thank you for subscribing again and sharing. Listen, we'll see you next week. We get close to episode 50. Let's celebrate.